All right, cut myself off. Going through the bear house. It's Saturday, the 15th, about 6 p.m. Beautiful day, but extremely windy. We have lumber here. We need some of this. We have like rafter repairs. We have some of the other repairs. Under here is some more rafter and 1x6. Whatever we don't use, we'll be able to send back to our buddies at the mill. All right, all bought and paid for. All of our roofing for the porch roof. This flat roof out here is going to have this type of roofing on it. Now, this is all of our metal that we need for this house. These are drip edges and they go on the fascia, and then you have your valleys. We have all of our panels for the entire house right there. Basically, the outside of the house is in really good shape. The inside is in really good shape. Our bear, once upon a time, he had some paint on him, and other parts of it have been weathered in and faded from the sun. But structurally, it's really, really good. We have a lot of cleanup here. We have to get this earth away from the house and fix some of this porch. Hence the lumber pile out front. So we have to get this lumber away, but everything else, get this earth away from all of the house and do tidy up out here. And this is the northwest corner. That's the kitchen looking in there on the side. Let's essentially get that earth moved out of there eventually. Essential. So I'm going to take you through here. This is what we've done here on the outside. As you see, 1, 2, 3 replacements up here. 1 right here, 2, and the third one right there. Not the very end one, the newest ones. They just came out of a different lumber stack, so they look a little different. Then they come over here. Took them a couple hours to carve that in between chit chats and whatever else, just for fun. That's not a big deal. But all of this had to be jacked up, leveled up. The columns had to be shimmed up, as you see under there, to get the house roof level and able to put the roofing on. So this was a project before they could even get on the roof to make the roof safe. And I believe one of these is possibly a new one too. I'm not sure. No, not that one. It's not new. Okay, so this is what's happened. Over time, somebody stole the column here. This column is going up, and we need to reframe the edge of this. As you see, it's just hanging in space. So once we get in here, get this all tied back together, get that post in there, then we can get up there and safely work on this roof in that portion. But down here, we also have some water damage that we have the lumber for sitting out front, and it will be corrected. I'm not sure, but all of this is pretty decent. We just need to redeck it and go from there. It looks bad, but it's just natural water discoloration. There's a little punkiness up there, but it's still very solid. All right. So I don't think we intend to take that out of there. Now I'm going to go up front Well, I think actually what I'm going to do is do a full walk around outside. Alright, so first project was we removed those old busted steps. This is called live edge, where you see the outside of the wood. It has all the curve from where the bark was on the outside. It's called a live edge. Now we used a piece of our existing flagstone to set that up there. We treated all of our posts with copper, I think it's called copper oxide, and set everything into place. That was our first go round here. We had to fix some of the concrete behind there, because if we didn't fix it, it would never ever be able to really be fixed easily. You'd be laying on your belly, reaching up in the air. So as you can see, right there, that needs to be reworked to get that whole corner ready to be roofed. Then we put on an extra board on that edge. You can see how the tails kind of hang out, the rafter tails. Run our fascia boards on there. They came off because they were really all twisted and warped, and you can't put your roof up and then mess around with fascia. That has to be done correctly first. So all of the materials are sitting here and at the other house. That trailer will move over here, and see how some of this has been pulling away. We're not going to fix everything, but this is what the lumber is here for. And we bought it because you buy the logs, not the boards. All right. So the outside, it's got some issues, but it's weatherproof. It's lived this long. But as you can see, up top, again, we're getting back to some issues because the house was built at different stages and they didn't get some of the measurements and calculations and things right. So that one kind of laps in, but we've corrected the valley up there so it won't cause a problem in the future. And Bruce will show you that in a little while. Bruce took care of that for us last week. All right. Or last month, rather. So we've done a big clean out of this house. Huck, get out of there. That's an old swamp cooler. It doesn't work. It's just sitting there rotting. Years ago, they used this black felt paper. It's actually considered a roofing paper under the wood. So some of it was really torn up on the front, and we've replaced the torn up siding and the weather beaten siding. We'll wrap it with Tyvek house wrap like we did the other house to keep the wind out. All right. So the guy's got some work to do up there before the actual roofing can go down. This is where we've been kind of holding to get all the lumber accumulated we need. We have one more pickup to go. All right. So again, right there, that needs all what's called the fascia, and you can see how that one sticking out here on the corner, how warped and twisted it is. So when it's that warped and twisted, there's no point in keeping it there. It's just making the roof, it's just gonna be a problem for the entire roof. So here we were able to keep what we had, all of this along here, and now the roofing will just lay right down. None of these gutters have been touched or disturbed, because there was no reason to disturb. Here we are. So this was another spot that needed some real good love and care. to tie that all in and make these angles, and you can see how bad the wood was. So all the wood that came off of this house was basically like that. We didn't remove anything that wasn't essential to moving forward. And we don't want to go up there and do all this work in the air, set all of this stuff up. That's the underlayment right there that goes under the metal roofing. We don't want to set this stuff all up and then come over here, take it all down, and then go up there later and do all of the carpentry work on the roof that we just laid down. That would be really rough on the roof, and we try to avoid that at any cost, because putting hundreds of dollars in roofing down, and we don't want to go trampling and walking and doing construction right on top of it in the future. So that's why. One, it destroys the materials we've used, and it just doesn't make sense. So to take all the equipment down and then set it all back up. So if you can see, that fascia board right there on that half of the house endured the years and everything was great, but on this side we didn't get so lucky, and there we are. I'm going to take you upstairs here. You're going to have to join in for the climb. There's a boogie butt on the warpath. Hey, boo, let me get this done, okay?
When are we gonna go?
Well, we're gonna go as soon as we get this done, okay? So there we are. We don't throw things away. We use it in other places. Let me get up top. I got things to do here, Bear. All right, folks. We're gonna call it a video and resume. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.